Hi there, everybody. I'm Jennifer Angel. Welcome to the week of October the 14th. There's a lot going on this week, so I'm going to go through it. But if you go through to jenniferangel.com onto the horoscope pages, you'll get a much more intensive read on the weekly planetary overview. Plus, you can also access your sun sign report there as well. Please subscribe to my newsletter. There's always lots of things going on. And, a little further, I'm going to tell you about the daily, monthly, and weekly horoscope sort of package, which is very popular if you love daily and monthlies. All right, but let's get started for now. So the week's going to commence right on the 13th. So just the day before, when Mercury transits from Libra into Scorpio. So this shift really encourages deeper thinking. It opens communications, and anything that's left unsaid can be examined here. Okay, so it helps us just dig down deep, always with the Scorpio energy. It's about digging down deep and just finding out what empowers you. How can you grab hold of that courage and just move forward with it? It really gives you a lot of courage. That's why I love the Scorpio energy. They sort of feel the fear and do it anyway. There's a book by Jeffries about that. If you ever come across it, it had, really big impact on my life many years ago. Great book. Now, as always, there's always some challenges. So you want to be careful of just misunderstandings and conflicts here. Okay. And, but this overall, this is a great opportunity just to embrace what comes up next for you. Okay. And just take notice of it. And then also on the 13th, we've got the sun in Libra, and in Libra for, let's say, another week. And it's going to trine Jupiter, which is in Gemini. Okay, so this is going to be really good for social interactions, collaborations on all fronts. Okay, whether it's personal or business. It's an excellent time just to get out and socialize. You never know who you're going to meet, and you never know what that connection is going to do. Okay, so keep an open mind about that. Do beware of overindulging, okay, so being overly idealistic. I mean, I love being idealistic because really, if you have a dream, you want to keep that dream just real close to your heart and soul. And even if it doesn't seem realistic, just keep focusing on it. Okay, but it is great to have a balance of realism and idealism, I think, anyway. But this is rather, it's a joyful time where you can make connections, okay, and share ideas. And as I said, you just never know where a connection is going to lead. And then on the 14th, the sun is still in Libra, is going to square. Now, square is traditionally a challenge or challenging aspect. And it's going to square Mars in Cancer. Okay, so this can build up a little bit of tension, and particularly as Libra doesn't Libra is about balance and harmony, and Cancer, is really likes to keep things on an even keel as well. So you get Mars in there and a square, it can sort of cause a little bit of friction. All right. So the challenge here is, just to understand what's going on, notice, and as always, you've got two choices with any friction. You can either react or you can respond. Of course, the more desirable is to just respond. Okay, so it's a balance between being assertive and still having sensitivity. Okay, so be mindful of that. Also on the 14th, Venus, which is in Scorpio now, will be opposite Uranus in Taurus. Okay, so the oppositions are like trigger points. They're not necessarily good, bad, they're just like trigger points where things can come to the surface. They can be, with Uranus, things can be a little bit unpredictable always. So it does sort of encourage us all just to be a little bit, spontaneous. That's easier for some of the signs than, us earth signs. Like to have everything sort of organized, and it can be more of a challenge for earth signs to be, spontaneous. So just like embrace that, and it just helps you sort of get out of your own little box a bit and see what's, happening outside. Because it's in Taurus, it can bring up financial matters and relationships, because Taurus is ruled by Venus, and Venus is right opposite there in the axis. So, just be mindful of that. And, just it's an opportunity really to just embrace relationships and balance just the need for stability in life, and also allowing a little bit of excitement. Okay. So, it's not always about just doing what you think is right. Sometimes it's just letting go a little bit, okay? And on the 15th, excuse me, I get this sort of coffee thing all the time. So I'm just going to apologize once for it, okay? All right, so on the 15th, Venus in Scorpio will trine Neptune in Paris. And we love the trines because they're like an easy passage. It just like opens up the energy. When the timing is right, particularly, the path opens up for you just to walk through. But sometimes I do believe it is simply about timing. And if things don't open up for you right now, then, just know that there's a bunch of other stuff going in, which is affecting your solar chart, and more importantly, affecting your your birth chart. So, it doesn't mean to say that another opportunity is not going to cross your path, because it will, okay? And this aspect does encourage romance. It's very creative. It does also give like a heightened intuitive aspect to it. It's an excellent time for artistic or creative pursuits, as well as personal growth. But as always, for personal growth, it's about being mindful and noticing what you're doing, how you're doing it, and deciding whether that's how you want to be, where you want to be, or whether you want to make some changes, okay? So certainly lead to huge moments of inspiration and connection with love as well. All right, so we like this one. Do stay grounded, and be genuine about your feelings, even if they were just fanciful. That's okay. Just be genuine about it. This is how I feel right now, and that's okay. All right. So it's just to wrap that up, it's really a magical opportunity just to connect and to do, create creativity, and also just to explore love. It's like a heightened intuitiveness and based on being sensitive, okay? And then on the 17th, Venus in Scorpio is going to sextile Pluto in Capricorn. So Pluto is still in Capricorn through to the 19th of November. And, with this, a sextile, sextiles are great because they just, once again, it's sort of like a trigger point. It just opens up like possibilities, options, opportunities can cross your path. You have to notice them, of course, as usual. Okay. And it does, it does allow for some healing in relationships as well. And, it's a powerful time just to be honest. Don't shy away from being a little bit vulnerable, because that honesty sometimes means just sharing more about yourself than you're perhaps comfortable with, and just to get into a little more intimacy with people. Now, okay, I know some of you have gone, intimacy is sex. Well, it is, but intimacy is much, much more than that. It's about sharing who you are and trusting that that's okay, and trusting part of you with someone else, okay? Be careful on the other side, the challenging side. Just be careful of possessiveness. You want to just, make sure that your partners, whether they're friends, lovers, or people that you're close to, make sure that they just feel valued and respected by you, okay? But it's certainly a chance for, deeper emotional understanding, and it does encourage us all to be more authentic in our relationships. And by that, it's like you need to just know who you are, own who you are, don't be apologetic to who you are, and just show up and be the real you, okay? Also on the 17th, Venus will transit into Sagittarius from Scorpio, okay? So, in Scorpio, Venus is quite intense and passionate. In Sagittarius, it's flirtatious, it's free-spirited, it's more adventurous. So this brings a much lighter, more optimistic feeling to love and all relationships, all right? And once again, there's a message here just to allow yourself to be a little more spontaneous, okay? And just be open-minded about having an adventure. If somebody says, why don't we do this? And you automatically go into, oh no, I don't think I can do that. Just go, okay, let me have a look at it. Let me entertain it, rather than shutting it down, straight away. It's much more playful energy as well, Venus in Sagittarius, as I said, and it's quite flirtatious and fun, So there is like a tendency for restlessness. So, if you've got like commitment issues with people or relationships, you want to sort of focus on where that comes from, and see whether it's actually stopping you or blocking you from having the relationships that you really want in your life, okay? But it's, it's adventurous. You want to stay open. It encourages you just to, let go of any heaviness and just embrace joy and, just explore life a little bit more, okay? So just to summarize the week, it's like this cosmic energy is very rich, it's transformational, it's dynamic. And certainly with the Mercury in transiting from Libra to Scorpio, that's going to deepen communication, and we are able to get a lot more insight particularly through conversation, insights about ourselves and our relationship with others. So intellectual pursuits, are going to be good. Creativity is highlighted. There's some conflicts, but, if you're just aware and be mindful, then you're going to be able to navigate that, okay. And, build deeper connections. Don't be scared of sharing, sharing more of yourself, okay? And, it invites us all just to embrace a more carefree and adventurous spirit as Venus moves into Sagittarius. Okay, so if you love daily, as I mentioned earlier, if you love daily horoscopes, which I do, and monthly horoscopes, this is very intense monthly horoscope in the subscription program, the Astro Wealth Wisdom program. It's $19.95 a month. You get like a heap of material, daily horoscopes for your sign every single day, the major transit for the day. Their monthly horoscopes is broken up into a lot of categories. There's business, finances, transformational, personal, affirmations for each sign. And there's some featured articles as well. I'm always adding to this subscription. So, go and have a look at it. It's a 7-day trial. So, if you don't like it, then you can just cancel out of it easily and cancel it anytime. All right. So love and luck to you. Thanks for listening. Please go ahead and subscribe. And I'd love it if you share, because that tells the YouTube algorithm that people are liking it, and so they open it up to more people. So I really appreciate if you could. That would help my channel a lot. All right. Thanks so much. Bye for now.